Good old Dick Durbin out of Illinois. Yeah, he's just a bad seed through and through. We should allow illegal immigrants to earn citizenship by joining the armed forces. Yes, and his impassioned speech went even further than that. But yes, he thinks that they should give illegal immigrants, let them earn their citizenship because the numbers are low for people joining the military. And why wouldn't they be? There's no incentive there. These people hate Americans. They do. So my hope here is with this whole, making the illegal immigrants police, because that's what they want to do in Chicago and just in general, and want them to join the armed forces, all to serve these scumbags. Okay, is that I'm hoping that most of those people, we don't know. Yeah, I know some of them are terrorists, all of that. I mean, look, there's the immigrants are not just in Chicago. They're into the suburbs now. They're everywhere. Yeah, if you haven't seen them yet, you will. There's just this has been going on for 3 years. And really, part of it is like what Trump has posted about in the last couple days, and that's that it's votes for them. It's been like that for many years, I believe, though, too. That's the reason they've always, the Democrats have always wanted to carry on about having open borders, is because they know that true Americans wouldn't really vote for them, or not many of them would. But my hope is that if illegal immigrants join the armed forces or become police, that what they'll do is go ahead and take the money they're giving you, do that, but realize these people aren't your friends. These very people you think carry on and they care about your dream. You're the dreamers, right? You're the new American dreamers. Yeah, they don't care about you. You're just another slave to them. And if you don't believe that, look at how they're treating their own citizens. So you might want to think, if you get those machine guns that, are the Democrats are willing to give all the illegal immigrants and give them all this power, you might really want to think twice before aligning with garbage like this, because don't think they won't do it to you. Look at what they've done to the very American citizens that live here. So the other thing that Dick Durbin had to go on to say, again, bad seed through and through, nothing good there. He had to go on and say, in our healthcare system, our hospitals, we don't know how we're going to keep them open in Chicago or in the cities and in the upper or downstate Illinois. So his idea is that he said there's plenty of nurses and healthcare workers just waiting to take those jobs that are needed to be filled. Yeah. But went on to say the immigration laws need to change so we can make that happen. So with the help of National Nurses United, with the help of American Nurses Association and Global Nurses United, all through the UN, all goes to the same trail. They've deliberately wanted, I've said this, I've looked into this this is not me just spouting off. I looked into this for the past several years. I've done plenty of videos. I think a year ago I did a video about the whole plan with the Global Nurses United. And again, American Nurses is tied, Association is tied to that. So is National Nurses United. They're all tied to it. Hospital associations, all of them. And they want the cheap labor. That's what they want. I mean, reading some of it, I had wondered at one point, I'm like, is American Nurses Association, could they possibly be involved in trafficking in a subtle way? But I think that's why he made sure to say that we have to find a way to change our immigration laws so we can let these nurses and doctors fill these spots so our hospitals don't close. There's plenty of nurses. There's plenty. They've been deliberately and still are trying to push them out. And HR doesn't ever tell the manager that there's people that are applying for those jobs. Nope. All big game. It's all a big game. Here's how much of a game it is. American Hospital Association. Coalition applauds, yes. American Hospital Association applauded the coalition of Democrats that bringing back the Healthcare Workforce Resilience Act. Yeah, this is all just designed to help the hospitals get cheap labor. That's what American Nurses Association, National Nurses United role is. I would take on any nurse, any doctor even, and to because I've researched it enough for years now, and I would debate them and win. That's absolutely what they're on board with. It's a disgrace. They're a disgrace what they've done to this profession in this country, and all to serve the CEOs of hospitals and a bunch of deadbeat politicians that really should be going to the gallows, let's face it. But since we don't have anybody that'll do anything about it, it just continues. But again, the same thing applies for any nurses or doctors that come over when they change the immigration laws like they want to. They're just using you. You're just a slave to them. They're just going to use you to get cheap labor. And believe me, if they're willing to treat the way they treat nurses today, the way they have been treating nurses and healthcare workers, don't think they won't do it to you. And all these psych facilities being built up, these single psych facilities. Yeah, there's now one going up in Kenosha, Wisconsin. What are these being used for? That's what I want to know. Is it going to be this whole because of all these people now that have flooded the country? They're everywhere. They're in the suburbs now. There's no way to turn this shit back anymore. And Dick Durbin and the Democrats show where their loyalties lie. And where they lie is with the destruction of this country and hurting American citizens. I don't blame these people coming across the border. I mean, yeah, some of them are likely terrorists. I mean, that's a no-brainer. That's already been disclosed, that there's a ton of them that are terrorists. But they are all setting up to hurt this country and hurt the people in it. And when the bottom of this falls out, don't forget these associations. I keep saying it because they're going to try to fly under the radar like we had nothing to do with that. Oh, yes, they did. American Nurses Association, National Nurses United, Global Nurses, all tied to the UN and the hospital associations, along with the medical, all of them. All of them. They know exactly what this is all about. That's, of course, why they applaud the Healthcare Workforce Resilience Act. It's all to get cheap labor. It's all to get some brand new slaves. They're tired of the old Americans. We woke up to their game. So they're done with us. Let's bring in the new group. Yeah, it's a bunch of voters for them, too. Think of all the votes that they have now coming in. Yeah, don't forget about the people that are going to try to fly under the radar. Everything they did was to hurt Americans and hurt this country. There needs to be retribution, legal retribution.